All right, guys, watch this. So this is just a regular ass penny, right? Watch this. Wait. There's more. Watch this. All right, but deadass though. Welcome to another deadass video. Deadass. This is part 3 of 3 where I discuss what I believe are some of the best mods for your Mark 7 GTI between a certain price range. And this video is $500 and above. And I say discuss because I actually want to hear what you guys have to say about this. And I genuinely love reading the comments that I get from you guys, the good, the bad, and even the idiocracy ones. Anyways, some things I want to preface before I actually start this video. At this price range, $500 and above, you can honestly do anything you want to your car. There's like a million things that could fall into this category. So to try to keep it as relatable and realistic for most people, I'll try to keep it as MK7 specific as possible, because really you can do anything if you have the money. You can convert your front wheel drive to all wheel drive, your all wheel drive to rear wheel drive, your rear wheel drive to 3-wheel drive. You can twin turbo, tri-turbo, quad turbo your GTI. You can even 2JZ swap it if you have the money for it. So in order for this video to actually give you guys some value and some information, I try to keep it as Mark 7 specific and as realistic as I can. And as I have stated previously in my other videos, I'm only going to use my GTI as a reference because most of these things apply to the Golf R and the 1.8 TSI regular Golf as well. So yeah, like the smash button because it definitely helps. Thank you. And you can also subscribe by clicking the smash button right over here. And now let me take you on a journey of affording only to eat ramen noodles. But at least, hey, your car is probably super cool. The first thing for performance is going to be a tune. Literally the best mod you can get for these cars. Or I guess, in fact, any car. Most tunes for just the ECU cost between like 500 to 700 bucks. And then for the DSG people, it's highly recommended you get the TCU tune, the transmission tune, the same time you get your ECU tune, which is like another 400 bucks. So it should total out to around like 1,000 something for the DSG people. Now for me, I'm personally gonna go with a stratified tune with the comp access port. And I'm not trying to say like that's like the best tune ever or that's like the only company you should go with. You can go with whatever tune or whatever company you want. I'm just saying that's how I'm gonna do it. And if I'm being honest, I don't really care about the power. I just want the stage 2 burple, crackle, pop thing. So you can do whatever you want with that information. Now for the manual people, if you're laughing at us DHG people, haha, that's what you get for going automatic. You have to pay so much for a tune at one time. You guys are probably gonna need a clutch sooner or later. And if you're on the stock clutch and you tune your car, it's probably gonna be sooner than later. And a decent good clutch for you guys costs anywhere from $800 and above. So who's ha-haing now? The next thing on this list is a suspension setup, and for $500 and above, that's either bags or coils. Everybody hates on bags, but I kind of want bags to do the cool. But for bags, the whole setup with everything you need, like tanks, and that's all I know. It's gonna cost like $2,500 to $3,000, and I think even a used setup is like $2,000. And for coils, the two really popular ones, Bliston and KW, cost between like $1,500 to like $2,000 for 4 metal sticks basically. The next thing is the wheels and tires setup. For tires, the really popular all-season performance ones are the Continental Extreme Contact DWS 06. And I think they're like $150 per tire. And also another popular one is the Michelin Pilot AS, which is like $170 a tire. If you're gonna ask which one is better, it honestly probably doesn't even matter. The difference between them is probably so minute, you're not gonna notice anything. Just get whichever one you can get a better price on, because both of them are gonna perform great. And if you're just driving your car to Costco, you're not gonna feel the difference. For wheels, the two really popular ones I've seen are the NKI RPF ones, which are 200. Oh, for a whole set, that's not so bad per wheel. And I also personally really like the New Speed RES 10s, which are 300. For the whole set, that ain't so bad at all per wheel. Gotta go shrimp or beef or creamy chicken. Sorry, I was just deciding what flavor ramen noodles I'm gonna start with. The next item is gonna be the Golf R Turbo IS38. So I guess this doesn't apply to Golf R people, just GTI and the other Golf people. I believe it should be over $1,000 after everything is done, because you need the hardware and then also the tune. I would say the IS38 is probably one of the best things you can do for your GTI and all the other MQB cars, because the install is so clean and like, I guess not complicated, because everything just bolts right on. No like cutting or doing any special jerry rigging. and it's been said that the IS38 GTI is faster than a Golf R. The next thing is the intercooler. If you're making all this power, you're gonna need more air and cooler air. So $800, $900 for a decent intercooler. And lastly, for performance, is the WaveTrack LSD. And yes, it's exactly what you're thinking, because when you take the LSD, you're gonna hallucinate and think your car is going faster. I know the performance package comes with the electronic LSD, but it's been said that it's just not as good, I guess. The WaveTrack one is mechanical, so I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a lot better. I think it's like $1,000 or so, and then plus whatever you pay for install. So moving on to cosmetics, the first item is actually a quote. And I believe everybody should know this quote and try to live life by it if you can. I don't know where it originated from, who originally said it. It could have been Gandhi, Martin Luther King, Jesus Christ, Michael Jordan maybe, Michael Scott. And that is carbon fiber everything. You can get carbon fiber hoods and fenders, which should be like $700 or $800 each. And no, not a pair of fenders, each fender. There's also this carbon fiber steering wheel, not by Seabon. I don't even know where it is from officially or what official company makes it. But if you look it up on AliExpress, it's like $600 to $800. And it comes in like a bunch of different materials and colors. Alcantara, perforated leather, carbon fiber. So even if it's even that much on AliExpress, that's how you know it's probably some good stuff. So that more or less concludes this video. I know it was a rather short list compared to the last two videos, but with a price range of $500 and above, that's like a million things. So I tried to only pick out the best Mark 7 related ones. But of course, if there's any mods or parts that I forgot or I didn't mention that you deem it would be necessary, just leave it in the comments and let everybody else know. Like I said, I genuinely love reading the comments you guys leave. The good, the bad, and the stupid too. If you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching. And for those that didn't make it this far, then, and if you can, like the smash button, because it definitely helps your boy out. And subscribe for what? This is the last video of this series. But subscribe for what? I've already covered everything about the Mark 7. I think I did cover everything there is to know about modding this car. You know, at least for the general public. If you're trying to do some next level shit, I don't know. Don't ask me. I'm sorry, you're straight out of luck. I'm not gonna know. For future videos, I'm definitely planning on tuning my car. So there's gonna be some type of review or comparison or like 50,000 mile update or something like that. So if there's any companies that want to sponsor me, now's your chance. Slide in my DMs, send me a letter by pigeon, send me mail by Harry Potter owl. And I guess catch you guys eventually.
Perfect.